ready?
Y'all, no, period. Don't play.
Hey beauties, and welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustler TV. Today is day 2 out of our 30 days of Slay little series, and today's hair will be provided by Eva Wigs. Now they did send me over this beautiful brown root 613 wig, and it was a 24 inch, but it looked way longer than what it said it was, which is a really good thing. And this 613 wig does have brown roots. It is medium brown lace, and the density is 150%. So it was nice and full, really long, and you know, like the color was so bomb. But I wanted to turn this video up a notch and not just bring you an ordinary blonde wig. So I decided to go ahead and give this wig a beautiful color transformation from brown root 613 to a jet black like half wig with the ends blue. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I did and some tips, and you know, a few tips on how to get the same exact color that I achieved. Now first things first, I went ahead and did the watercolor method with the blue, and I used 1 bottle of ocean blue and 2 bottles of that sapphire blue. And I just went ahead and I did the sapphire blue first and poured it in there, and then once I finished dipping that, I went in and added some of that ocean blue to the same water, and I dipped it again to get the color to be, you know, darker, like how I wanted it to be. And once I did that whole process, I did go ahead and, you know, shampoo out that blue dye, and then I came back in, and you will see the water will change because I'm going to add the jet black dye to the wig. Now I made this mistake, and I'm telling you what to do correctly so you don't make the same mistake I did and spend more money on product, and you know, it's just really unnecessary. So once you begin to water dye that jet black, it's not going to take, it's going to turn that hair, it's not the blue part, but that brown part of the wig, it is going to change that wig to be like greenish on the roots because the hair was already brown and it's not a permanent dye. So once I actually got to doing the jet black part, and I realized it was just a waste of time, but I just still wanted to show you guys what I did so you don't make the same mistake. So like I mentioned, I did take that jet black, and I tried to just let the wig sit in that jet black as far as on the roots part, and a little bit, you know, a little more than the roots, but kind of like not really half of the wig, but just about, you know, less than half, but definitely more than just the roots. I tried to sit that wig in that jet black, and it did not turn black how I wanted it to be. So what I'm going to do is I actually had to, you know, shampoo it out. It just made the top part darker, but it wasn't that jet black that I wanted. So right on the side, I did attach that permanent black dye that I used to you know, get it to be jet black like how it is, with that nice little ombre melt into that blue. So you will really have to like shampoo out the wig and condition it, and then go in with some permanent dye and developer, and actually take your time and paint that jet black onto the hair. So you will have to do that, but with that permanent dye, it's definitely going to be jet black, and it's definitely going to take really fast. So that is everything that I did to achieve that color. But now it's time to get into the actual installation process. So here we go. First things first, you know, as you see, I have her braided down already, and then I'm going to go ahead and just clean her hairline with my lace prep, and then I'm going to attach her, you know, her cap using my Beautiful Hustler, wig cap, and then we will actually get into laying the wig, you know, on, and the styling and everything like that. But I just really wanted you guys to make sure you understood how I did that color and how I achieved it, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. But now it's time to get into the slay, so stay tuned. So I pretty much just did my whole wig process, you know. And for her foundation color, I did use the caramel color from that Ruby Kisses palette. You know, I showed you guys that new little blue palette that I use. You can use this palette, or you can use the Ruby Kisses one that has the 2 different shades in it or whatever. But however, I did use that caramel color, and I applied it on that stocking cap, and that's the same color that you're going to see me apply on the inside of her lace wig as well. And when I tell y'all, even though this is medium brown lace, the melt that I got, okay, do y'all hear that emphasis in my voice? The melt that I got from this medium brown lace, and you know, in combination with technique and that foundation, was unbelievable. Like, the lace is really undetectable, and it was just like so bomb, because I know I can melt lace all day on my dark skins, but when it comes to the medium brown skins and them light skins, you gotta really know what you're doing and the perfect colors to use to, you know, so it matches their skin tone perfectly and that it's not too dark. Because a common mistake a lot of stylists make is when they're doing lighter skin girls, the lace is always too dark for their skin because of the foundation that they're using. But you know, like, it was just perfect. Like, I had no complaints, and the way this wig melted in was just like, oh God, y'all don't understand. I was just doing this install, it was just so in love the whole time. Like, that is the goal for me. Like, every install I do, I just want to be in love and just slay and just feel good about it. And I love the color. Like, that's why when you guys recreate this color, and I probably would do it again, but in reverse with the blue at the top and the jet black at the bottom, like, I will make sure I show you guys exactly how to do it, and I won't mess it up because I learned from my mistake. But like, the melt that I got was just unbelievable. And I did use 4 layers of my glue when I laid the wig down and everything. And you know, of course, I blow dried it on the heat setting. And before I tie it down with that melt belt, I just apply some glam wax, and I'm going to go in with my hot comb and just really hot comb those roots out to the T. And you know, with that heat from that hot comb, it also helps with that melting process as far as getting that lace to really melt in with that glue, because that heat really pushes it in, you know, pushes it into your skin. So after I did that, I'm going to go ahead, you know, and tie it down with the melt belt and let that sit while I sew down the back of the lace. And as we went ahead and removed that melt belt, y'all know, like, this is my favorite part. My favorite part is really cutting off the extra lace. Like, as far as doing a baby hair and the finishing touches, I just love to see myself cutting off the extra lace, because the melt be too real. It just be too raw, and like, that is literally my favorite part of the install. Like, that's how you really know if you slayed or not. Like, once you cut off that extra lace, if that thing is blended and you put enough glue and you really melted that thing in, it is too raw. Like, oh my God, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think down below on this slay right here, because I was just all for it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is only day 2, slay 2. You know, we got another video coming right after this. Like, I'm jumping them things back to back, so I hope y'all ready. But I went in and I started, you know, razoring off that extra lace, like I mentioned, with that eyebrow razor. That's what I like to use. And right here, my razors was kind of dull, so, but it still gave me like phenomenal results. But I did go ahead and purchase me some new razors, so it's easier to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to really put too much wrist work into it. It would just glide across that lace. But I know I kind of blocked it a little bit with my elbow, forgive me guys, but I just went ahead and razed that thing off. And you know, once you raise it off, you tack down any little piece that's still lifting, which you can see was on that little piece right there. But this thing is the bomb, y'all. Come on now, let me know down below how y'all feeling about this series. But on this side right here, I really got y'all. So I went ahead and got a, you know, you get a better look of what I pretty much did to the other side. So you just want to get as close to that hairline as possible, where you have it glued, and just razor it all down. So now that we have all of that lace tacked down, we're gonna get into the styling portion of this video. At first I was gonna do like a half up, half down roller set type of look, but with this lace wig, it's not that full parting space from ear to ear. Like, you know how you have a lace frontal, like a lace front? Well, you know, a lace frontal. It's not that full parting space. Like the track, like, and I was really proud of myself with this one, because especially for the baby hair on the sideburns that you're gonna see, you know, later on in the video, I really had to finesse it, because that track started like in that hairline area close by the ear. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but if you really pay attention, I don't know if you probably could zoom in a little bit, you will see that on the ear sides, on both sides, that track start right there. Like, the track don't start behind the ear, it starts before the ear, like not even an inch behind that hairline. So at first I wasn't gonna do any baby hair by the ear, but I was just like, no, I gotta find a way to finesse it. And I ended up finessing it. You guys will see how, because I'm just gonna pull a really thin area. And like I mentioned right here, I didn't pull it out yet because I wasn't sure how the hell I was going to get it done. But later on in the video, you will see me go back and add baby hair to them, that, you know, like that bottom sideburn area. And I just had to finesse it and put out a little piece and, you know, razor it down in a certain angle and swoop it, and it just came out so perfect. But now that we're into the styling portion, I just went ahead and pulled everywhere the baby hair is going to be, and, you know, spread it with that tresemme, and I'm going to tie that hairline down once again with that melt belt and let it sit. And in the meantime, I'm just going to prep the top. I am going to do curls, as you've seen from the thumbnail. So I'm just going to hot comb that top layer. And as far as the part where the bang area side is, I did not flat iron it. I mean, hot comb it super flat, because I didn't want it to be like a flat, you know, curl look. I wanted that side over there to have a little more height. So I did not, like, you know, hot comb it down super flat, because I did want a little volume on that side there, but I did want the other side to be, you know, like flat and neat and everything like that. So I'm not gonna, you know, press it down. I'm just gonna, you know, touch it a little bit on the edge to just get the part nice and clean, but I'm gonna keep that volume, you know, definitely on that other side. Now for the baby hair, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and use that eyebrow razor, and I use that Tresemme holding spray and just swoop the baby hairs right on in using the edge brush, and you know, just swoop it the best way you can. You know, everybody has their own baby hair technique. Me personally, I love this holding spray technique that I use, because it's like once you spray that holding spray and you swoop it, the baby hair is firm, it's there, it ain't moving, it ain't, you know, getting on your nerves. It's, you know, I just love that technique. But you know, if you want to use mousse, you can. You know, with the mousse, it's a little more steps, because you gotta, you know, swoop it and you gotta tie it down, let it dry, remove it, come back, brush it out if you want it to be soft and everything. And you know, I like to work smarter, not harder. But you know, like I mentioned, if you do want that soft look baby hair, you know, I would recommend the mousse. But if you do want your baby hairs to come out like mine, or you know, have a more firm look to it but still like soft looking at the same time, you can use the Tresemme or any holding spray that you prefer to do this technique. And I loved, you know, I loved how her baby hairs came out. But right here, it's finesse time. Y'all see I got a little closer because I wanted y'all to see how I did this, because that track is literally right there. You should be able to see it more now. So I pulled out a thin area in front of that track, and I went in with my tweezers and, you know, kind of plucked it out a little bit so it's a little bit thinner and not too thick. And I ran out of Tresemme at this point, so now I'm just going in with that Got To Be spray, and I'm swooping it. But I cut that baby hair kind of like in a diagonal, so as I'm swooping it down, it will fall diagonal, like, you know, in a diagonal. And I thought that was really, really cute. So I'm gonna do this to this side and then do the same exact thing to the other side. Y'all, these edges is laid. This lace is melted. Like, you really don't see no lace at all. Oh my god, I'm here for it. I'm sorry if you don't like this video. You clearly got to be a hater at this point, because this video looks too good. Her hair looks too good. The makeup looks good. The melt is good. Ooh, the color is good. Like, whew. Anywho, into the curls we go. I did use, I'm trying out this olive oil kind of like spritz, so that's what I'm spraying on the hair. This is my first time using it, and I kind of, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I liked it. You know, it gave you a nice firm curl, and I just pin curl each curl as I went along. So right now I'm using my golden hot curler. I just got this, pretty new, and I love it because it goes to 500 degrees. So, you know, it's like the big one, so it's for big curls and everything like that. So I am using that golden hot curler, and I'm using that olive oil spritz and just spraying it on each piece before I curl it. And then once I curl it, I'm just going to go ahead and pin it. So I'm curling everything on this side away from the face. So, because, you know, this is the side that the bang is going to be on, and you want to curl the hair in the direction that you want it to fall. So, of course, I want all of the hair to go away from the face, so I will curl it accordingly. So, I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, just get everything all curled up, and then we would do the whole combing out process. now that I have everything curled up, I'm going to go ahead and apply Got to Be spray all over it, and then go on with the olive oil sheen. And her hair is just, I ain't never seen some curlers like, you know how somebody have a little pin up? I ain't never seen it look this good. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I am really, really loving this install. Y'all do not understand, honey. But I'm going to go ahead and remove all of those clips. And once I remove those clips, I'm going to go ahead and just take a wide tooth comb. And I'm using my little blinged out wide tooth comb. And I'm just going to comb everything, like I mentioned, in the direction that I want it to flow. Then I'm also going to go in, and I did not have a razor comb, so I had to be ghetto, y'all, and go in with my eyebrow razor and just cut a little, and just a tad little bit of layers towards the front and on the other side, just to give it that look that I'm going for. So you will see me grab a piece of that top there, and you know, take my eyebrow razor and you know, chop it down just a little bit, and you know, curl it again just to really get that look that I was going for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And let's talk about this slay, honey. Yes, God, get into it, honey. But before we can finish it, you know, we gotta conceal that part. So I went right back in with that caramel foundation and cleaned that part up. And baby, when I tell you, oh my God, I am so in love, y'all. Like, I am so in love with this color, this install, the baby hairs, the lace, just everything. Like, you would never know this was a blonde brown roots wig, and I'm just loving it. But let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, and see you guys next time.